NBA Finals, Game 1, you couldn't have asked for a much more entertaining finish. So the Pacers down 15 in the fourth quarter, come back and win this basketball game on a Tyrese Haliburton game-winning jumper. And for those that didn't get the opportunity to see it, here you go.
The Pacers with a chance to win it. Final seconds, no fouls to give. Haliburton looking. Haliburton driving, pulls up, jump shot. It's good! It's good! With 0.3 of a second remaining. Timeout, OKC. Tyrese Haliburton does it again. Their first lead of the game.
Pretty remarkable stuff. So, again, first lead of the game, as you heard the great Mike Breen say, I will say, Mike Breen could have given that a bang call. I know he said the only bang call he's given on a two-point shot was Kobe Bryant. Maybe one of the most infamous Kobe playoff moments ever with the game-winning jumper, the buzzer beater against Phoenix. I understand all that. That deserved a bang call. Nonetheless, it was remarkable from Indiana's perspective. And Tyrese Haliburton is on indisputably the most clutch playoff run, the most individual clutch playoff run we've ever seen in the history of the league. And we could show you the numbers to back it up. So they started tracking these, or this particular stat, these next couple stats I'm going to show you, since 1997. Tyrese Haliburton, let's go and put up this first graphic, okay, just to contextualize what he's doing. So most go-ahead or game-tying shots made with under 10 seconds left in the playoffs since 1997 when they started tracking this. See if you've seen these names. LeBron with 10. I thought LeBron was at clutch. Anyways, Haliburton with 6. How about Chris Middleton making an appearance in the list at 6? So does Tim Duncan, greatest power forward ever. Kobe Bryant, who's on my Mount Rushmore all time. Ray Allen, one of the greatest shooters, one of the greatest clutch shooters ever, has 5. Reggie Miller, probably the greatest clutch shooter of all time, with 5. Let's narrow it down, though. Most go-ahead or game-tying shots made with under 3 seconds in the playoffs. So this is, man, you got to make a decision on the fly. We got to get a big shot right now from you. LeBron with 8. Thought he wasn't clutch. Reggie Miller, right now the greatest pacer ever with 5. Haliburton also is 5. I'm just telling you right now, with respect to Reggie Miller, one of the greatest clutch shot takers and makers we've ever seen. Haliburton is the greatest pacer ever if he wins this title. Like, with respect to Reggie, I forgot. I think he made like 3 All-Star games, 4 All-Star games, something like that. And it has an 18-3 average for his career. Like, Reggie was a great player when you needed him the most. Not necessarily like the apex guys of the 90s that we know to be with Jordan and Barkley and Stockton Malone and those guys. Clyde Drexler, Hakeem. Who could forget Hakeem? Point of this all is that this is, I'm hearing it described as the most clutch playoff performance we've seen in individual postseason from a player. And that is true. I'm going to call it the gutsiest individual postseason playoff run, because you have to factor in the clutch gene as well, and the fact that Tyrese has done this in all 4 rounds. Game 5, by the way, down a point to the Milwaukee Bucks with the layup against Giannis, by the way. Giannis is defending him, maybe the greatest defender of this generation of the last decade or so, outside of Draymond Green, Anthony Davis. On the ball, Haliburton takes him off the dribble, lays it up to win the basketball game and win the series. Round 2, I believe they're down 2 to Cleveland. Right? They're in a spot where it's 1 or 2. I forgot what it was. Hit the go-ahead, game-winning, buzzer-beating 3 to beat the Cavs in that game 2 to take a 2-0 lead over the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Beat up, I understand, but they came back from a 7-point deficit in the last 30-plus seconds to do it. Game 1 Eastern Conference Finals. This is probably, before last night, the most iconic one, where it's down 2. He's got the mid-range to try and shoot to tie the game against the New York Knicks, but Mitchell Robinson, Knicks center, forces him back outside. Like he did in the Cleveland game, Haliburton takes a shot, takes a Kawhi Leonard bounce, falls in. He does the premature Reggie Miller choke sign and backs an open overtime. The Pacers win that one, and obviously the game-winning shot last night to win the game. Again, we'll touch on the Oklahoma City aspect of this. I know there's a lot of blame to go around for the Thunder and how they lost this basketball game, up by 15 with under 10 minutes to go. But the fact remains, this is a guy that was called the most overrated player in the NBA by his peers, according to an athletic poll not long before the postseason. And some guys, someone who is as accomplished as Tyrese is this early in his career, he's a 2-time All-NBA guy, 2-time All-Star. He's been traded. He rode the bench during Team USA's run, and we ripped on Tatum, but that's because of what Tatum was doing on the court. Haliburton couldn't even get on the court during Team USA's Olympic run a year ago. All of those components could make a guy who maybe isn't as mentally tough not necessarily pout about it, but hold a grudge, be resentful, maybe make some passive-aggressive remarks on social media, let it get into his head. No. This is year 5 for this kid. He's still young. He's still getting better. He says, no. I'm not going to change my game. I'm just going to show y'all, hey, I know y'all kind of snicker at my 18.9 assist averages for the season. Okay. Because that's essentially what Haliburton did last night. Again, not exactly his averages, but he only scored 14 points in the game last night. It's not like he had a big time crazy like he had in game 4 against the Knicks where he had a 35-point triple-double with 0 turnovers. That's not Tyrese. It's, what do you need from me? I'm going to get my other guys involved. Siakam once again led the Pacers in scoring, right? Siakam had those big, I've called him every other game Pascal. We could see a big Siakam performance in game 2. Watch out for that. But Tyrese is going to give you what you need, and particularly in the clutch. Folks, the man is shooting darn near 90% this season with opportunities to tie or take the lead. So, and listen, Jalen Brunson was a rightful Clutch Player of the Year award winner. This guy is Mr. Clutch. He is the modern-day Jerry West in that aspect. They named the Clutch Player of the Year award after the late, great Jerry West. Listen, they need to say the West/Haliburton Clutch Player of the Year award, because what this guy is doing, we gave Damian Lillard, and rightfully so, tons of credit. Dame time, baby. Some of those buzzer beaters, those series-ending shots he hit against the Rockets and against the Thunder, those came in the first round. This guy's doing it round after round after round. Close out the Bucks with a layup. It basically took a stranglehold on the series against Cleveland, the number 1 seed in round 2. Set the stage, or really, set the standard for what the series is going to be in game 1 at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. And then last night, heavily favored Thunder, not phased. This Pacer team, not phased. This has been their bread and butter all playoffs long. 15-point deficits, 20, but it doesn't matter. Nesmith can get hot. Obi Toppin gave you 5 threes last night. Obi Toppin was great. Basically, Obi Toppin essentially canceled out what Lou Dort did in the other end for the Knicks. I'm sorry, for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hit the 5 3-pointers, right? Siakam gives you 19. Like, it's remarkable that the Pacers win a basketball game at the 1 seed, down 15, and no one scores 20 on their team. But you had 6 guys in double figures, and TJ McConnell, I think it was McConnell, who gave you 9 points. So we can essentially call that 7. Round up 7 guys scored in double figures, essentially, for this Pacers team. That's what makes them so dangerous, and that's why this notion about, this can be quick work, Oklahoma City's going to get rid of them. We've seen finals like this before. I've compared it to 2011, and no, not just because Rick Carlisle is the head coach of the Pacers and coached the Mavericks, obviously, back that season. But there are moments sometimes, folks, in these finals where you'll have a heavily favored team, and the underdog will take one of the first 2 games, and we look at it, it's like, weird loss, fluky loss, they'll be fine. Remember when the Pistons, well, I was only 1 year old. I was not even a year old at the time. But when the Pistons beat the Lakers in 2004 in game 1, I'm sure at that time it's like, okay, kudos to Detroit. That's a hard-nosed physical team defensively. But Kobe and Shaq and the supporting cast they had, Phil Jack, they'll figure it out. And they won game 2 and then lost the rest of their games. 2011, Miami wins game 1. No surprise there. Looks like they're going to blow the doors off Dallas in game 2. And then the Mavericks make that crazy fourth quarter comeback. Dirk hits the layup with the left hand to win it. Like, there's certain times, man, in these finals, you think a team should be favored and is playing good basketball. Underdog steals a game, and now it feels different. Now, maybe this could be in a very different sense because this was more about an individual player as opposed to a collective. Maybe we're going to look back in a month and say, oh, this was kind of like that 0-1 finals, right? Allen Iverson goes for 48, steps over Ty Lue, and then the Lakers sweep them the rest of the way. Maybe. Again, that's more about one player. This is more about the collective Indiana led by, yes, a superstar, Tyrese Haliburton. Can I say one thing about Tyrese that I really am shocked by, that people have either short memories or just don't know very recent basketball history? People that say Tyrese Haliburton isn't a superstar, let me ask you this question. Was Chris Paul a superstar at his peak? Like New Orleans Hornets, Los Angeles Clippers, and then early Houston Rockets? Chris Paul, was that not a superstar? A guy who made Blake Griffin, again, Pat Bev was on his podcast saying Blake Griffin's not a Hall of Famer. Whatever. Blake Griffin was not Blake Griffin before Chris Paul got there. DeAndre Jordan wasn't anything outside of Chris Paul. Getting those guys involved, leadership, defense, like, now Haliburton is not close to the defender that CP3 was, especially for CP3's size. But Chris Paul was one of the 12 best players in the NBA, and I think there are 12 superstars, 10, at least there tend to be, in the National Basketball Association. Especially if he goes on to win this title, like how can he say he's not a superstar? So, man, listen, kudos to the Indiana Pacers. That was a gutsy win in game one, and it's been a gutsy postseason run. And so, listen, man, shout out to the Indiana Pacers. Again, I keep saying it. I picked Oklahoma City. I still feel good about that. This does have a little bit of a 2011 finals feel, where underdog is good. Now, Tyrese isn't as good as Dirk was at his peak. Now, again, Tyrese is still getting better, so we got to see. But Dirk is one of the 20 to 25 greatest players of all time. He's top 10 all time in scoring. Dirk is a legend. But Dallas team comes in, like they've got size. They've got, smart players. Now, that was an older Mavericks team as opposed to this is a young Pacers team. But Siakam's been there. And Miles Turner has been with the Pacers for a decade. He's been through a lot of the rebuild and the failed playoff runs and the sweeps to Cleveland. Like, he's been there before. So this is a battle-tested team, and I think they're ready for the moment. There's no question about it. Thanks so much for watching the show on YouTube, and be sure to go click that big red subscribe button and check out the other clips and full shows from Carving It Up Live, as well as our other incredible content creators here on the Grid Network.